welcome to the Backyard Professor Chess videos. We are going to start doing some chess tactics, just like they used to do on the old Saturday Night Live skit, "We want to pump you up," or is that "pump you up"? Yeah, you remember that old Saturday Night Live skit? Yeah, neither do I. Anyway, I am falling in love with tactics, and we need to learn more tactics. So I'm going to start a new series on tactics, and I'm going to keep reviewing the Grandmaster games, but tactics, man, there's nothing like tactics study. So let's take a look here. We have a position. Now, my tactics here that I'm going to show you, I have not taken out of any books. I have not taken out of any offline chess sites or anything. These are unique they're not unique tactics, but they're unique positions. But tactics have a way of following patterns, and that's what we want to build into our brains. We want to begin seeing patterns so that we can know when a tactic is available for us, yes? So we're in the start of this game, and white has just moved the queen from here to here. What is black's best response to this? Now understand, oh, and I didn't put my numbers on, so ignore the numbers and letters, they're backwards. Actually, yeah, it's backward. Don't worry about that right now. You don't need them to see the tactic for sure. So what do we want to do? We want to look at tactics and realize that there is a connection, a direct connection, between tactics and hitting targets, one of our three pillars, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you look at this position for a second, and then I'm going to give you the answer. If you want, pause the video and try to solve your tactics puzzle, because that's where we begin to build our chess neurons so that we can see them in our games. If you want to just watch it straight through, there is value in that, but it's better if you pause the video. I'm not going to. I'm going to let you do that. I'm just going to keep on rambling like I normally do and show you the marvelous tactic. I'll give you a hint. The tactic has nothing to do with this rook. There's your hint. Just in case you were thinking, hey man, I'm going to put that rook right over here. Yeah, well, you go ahead, but you're not going to get the tactic. All right. We want tactics, comrade. We will prevail with tactics. Well, the move that is best for black is a deflection. It's a very cool deflection, and he gets his piece back. There's a piece sacrifice about to happen here. Black comes up here and says, "Good morning, lovely lady. I think I want to take you out." And he's unfortunately not talking about a date. The queen says, "Okay, cowboy, let's boogie." So she takes it. Now, we deflected the queen from this row. You notice by bringing the bishop up, the queen is deflected, and now the knight gets to take the pawn and go check. Very cool. The king, of course, has to move out of the way, and then there's your tactic. Knight fork, king check, and the rook, and you win the rook after the king moves. So you did sacrifice a bishop, but you ended up getting a rook. Some of these tactics, I can't hardly talk. Some of these tactics are easy, some of them are a little bit more difficult, and some of them are extremely hard. This one is probably one of the more easy ones. I want to do this new series on tactics because they will sharpen us. Hang on and I'll get the next position up for you. Okay, here is our next puzzle for the tactics. White played bishop to d3 after the rook came and put him in check. White played bishop to d3. So now what is black's best response? The center's fairly open. It's certainly being fought over with the pieces. There are no pawns in the center, and the development is fairly even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white pieces. So black is down one piece. What is black's best response? Pause the video, and then when you find the answer, come back and I'll show it to you. All right, here is the answer. It's somewhat really interesting to see the power of a queen. I've underestimated the powers of queens, but studying tactics is helping me appreciate the power of the queen. The first move black can do is simply take the bishop, check. Of course. That makes perfect sense, right? Well, the king's going to come up here to e2, and then the queen can come right here to d2 check. Yeah? And the king will bump back here to f1. Now, the rank on the 8th is covered fairly well. Black is down a piece, and he sees a way he can catch up a piece. Can't do a checkmate right now, but he can sure come down here and take that knight. That knight and queen has caused havoc on the king's side from black castling. And the queen will take the queen, and the king takes the queen. And now, yeah, the king's sort of loose and in the open and all that, but now material is even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. He actually got a piece up on him instead of being a piece behind because of that tactic. So the direct approach paid really well. So that's the second tactic puzzle that's really kind of fun. Stay tuned and I'll have a third one for you. Now this is a fun tactical puzzle because, again, it illustrates targets and the power of the queen. I love tactic puzzles to show you the power of the pieces and how the pieces can coordinate together. That's cool to see. Here, the black queen has just checked white, and white moved the bishop to block the check. The question is, what is now black's best response? You need to pause the video. No, I'm serious. Don't you cheat. Remember, if you cheat, you're just cheating yourself. Pause the video and find the answer, and then you come right back here for the real answer. I've already worked out the puzzle. I know the real answer. All right, you're back. Okay, here we go. The queen comes down here to b5, check, while the king gracefully sweeps himself out of the way of check. Notice that this white pawn is going to queen if black does not keep pressure on that king. This is a tough position for black to be in, right? That pawn is deadly dangerous, so he can't let it queen. So what do you do now that you can't let it queen? Because it seems to me like you just blew it bringing the queen down at the angle, and now you can't get another check in on the king. But you can. You just do it from over here. You go check to the king that way, and king goes to g1, because now the passed pawn, these passed pawns might become seriously deadly. And now the queen comes right up here to e2, hitting a target. Yeah? Threatening the bishop. Targets. Targets and tactics seem to go hand in hand real well. On the other hand, the queen has a really strong checkmate right here. Next move. So white has to give him space. So he brings up the rook to f4. And of course, the queen is going to certainly go check. The king will move over. And now the pawn goes check. Very nice. King comes up to e2, and he queens with a discovered check, and he wins the game. He ends up winning that pawn and winning the game. So that's how you would win in that tactical shootout. All right, hang on, and I'll have your next tactical puzzle for you. We're rotating, rotating. Woo! We're rotating. We are motating. Holy shish kebab. It's not even early in the morning yet. I have no excuse. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, your next tactic puzzle to observe. Black is in a bit of a quandary with that passed pawn. The rook is back in the passed pawn, although the knight is hitting the rook. And so it's real interesting that white has put the king in check. Black's response was to put the queen here. So the question becomes, what is white's best response? Pause the video, see if you can solve the puzzle, and then I'll be right here when you get back. All right, the response that white did was really interesting. He bumped the pawn in to get a queen, right? Check. The rook takes the queen, and recognizing that the queen is pinned to the king, white can now take the rook and go checkmate. That's kind of a cool little tactic to remember, isn't it? The power of pinning the piece so that he can't take it with the king. So there's another tactic puzzle. Hang on, and I'll be right back with another one. I'm going to fill you full of tactics today. Woohoo! Tacticians of the world, unite! Yes! All right, let's do some more tactics. Black has just moved his queen to a5. So how does white win? That's the question. Pause the video, see if you can solve the problem, and then come right back here and see my lovely, shining, smiling, happy face. With the answer, of course. Okay, so black has done a5. White takes the bishop. And you go, what? Yeah, watch. Watch. Queen comes to c7. And now queen takes c7. The reason he got the bishop and the queen is because he's threatening a back rank checkmate. The rook and the rook takes the rook, and then the rook takes the rook. Checkmate. So it's the back rank checkmate you got to watch for. That was a particularly fun puzzle because that was one of my games. And yes, I was playing the purple pieces, or I mean the white pieces. All right, hang on, and I've got another tactics puzzle for you. Yeah, we're on a roll now, man. We're hustling. Yep. Okay, in this little jewel of a tactic, white has just moved the bishop to g5. So, pause the video and see if you can solve what best move black has at his disposal. All right, now that you're back, let's get to the issue. Does black respond because his rook is being hit? He does, but not with his rook. His best move is right there. Checkmate in one from here out. Rook straight up. So white brought the bishop back up. And now the rook takes the bishop. And the knight takes the rook. And black wins. So there's yet another tactic for you. Hang on, and I've got one last one for this video. And then I'll have more videos with more tactics if you guys like doing tactics. I hope you do. You really need to. All right, you ready for some more tactics? Here is a game where white has just moved his queen to c4. See if you can spot what the best move is for black. Pause the video and come right back and I will show you the answer. Yeah, baby. White just moved the queen, and now black goes check. And the reason why that works is because that's checkmate. Unless, of course, the knight can be taken. And it can. Unfortunately, it has to be taken by the queen, and therefore black gets the queen. So that's kind of a fun little interesting tactic in conjunction with the queen and the knight. Hang on, and I've got another one for you. Yeah, we're doing tactics like crazy today, baby. Okay, your last tactics puzzle for this video. We're toward the end of the game. The white king is in check, so he moves to c3. What is black's best move to ensure a win? That's the question. Pause the video, see if you can solve it, and then come back here and I'll be right here showing you what happened. All right, we're back. Black does the startling rook bishop 8. A very nice move. Queen takes a7. A very nice move. Not much else he can do, right? And now, queen f6. Queen f6, check. Drop the queen down and hit the king. King bumps back to c2. Rook takes b2, check. King to c1. And now queen up to c3. King goes to d1. And queen goes mate at d2. So there's your tactics for the video. Give us a few warm-ups. I'll have more tactics videos. If you guys like the tactics, if you don't like the tactics, if I'm doing something goofy or stupid or whatever, and if you don't understand them, if there's a better way to do them, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, if you do like tactics, I'm going to put a lot more tactics videos up, along with Grandmaster games as well. So, there's your Backyard Professor Chess video. Hope you enjoyed it. Tactics are fun. We need to study tactics. It'll sharpen our eye. I'm convinced of that now. So that's been the one area in my chess that's lacking, and I am working hard on it and having a ball doing it. So be good, do well, have fun. Thanks. Keep smiling, and I will see you in the next chess video.